is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another special episode for you. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Juiceman 2 juicer to juice a standard vegetable juice. Now the reason for this video is twofold. Number one, to show you an easy juice recipe that you can make in most juicers, and to share with you also information about the centrifugal ejection style machine and what produce it may be more effective at juicing than others. In addition, this video is going to serve a purpose for the people that still maybe own a Juiceman 2 or inherit a Juiceman 2 juicer, or for any other reason don't know how to operate their Juiceman 2 juicer. I get many emails with customers saying, "Hey John, how do I use a Juiceman 2 juicer? I can't get the blade and basket assembly off. They're stuck. What do I do?" Well, I usually just direct them to Sultan because we no longer offer the Juiceman brand juicers. But now I'm going to be able to refer them to this video so that hopefully they'll be able to start using their juicer again and get healthier because of it. So first we're going to go over this machine here. It's a very basic and simple centrifugal ejection style machine, and I'll explain that in a minute. Basically what the juicer does, it takes a standard cucumber and basically separates this into two areas. Number one, the juice. The juice comes out the front. The Juiceman says it's the juice of the fiber that feeds you. And the fiber comes out in the back in the pulp collection bin. Now to make cleanup easier, I recommend that you use a standard produce bag and take the produce bag and line the pulp collection bin. So that's step number one. So that's the juicer pretty much works like us. Think about it. If I ate this cucumber right, I would have a liquid come out the front end and the pulp come out the back end, or the fiber. So the juicer is basically doing the work of digesting the foods for us, and it makes it much easier for us to assimilate all the nutrition, especially in things like the greens. Actually, I have some baby celery here. So that's how the juicer works. Let's get deeper in some of the parts. So you need to provide your own collection cup, whether it's a glass cup or a nice Pyrex measuring jar. You do have the collection bin. If you lose the collection bin, you can use something else of suitable size to catch the pulp. You also have the pusher. It's very important in any juicer only to use the pusher to push the produce into the machine. Don't ever stick your fingers down the feed chute. And it's especially important to supervise all children when juicing with them. So this is the pusher. We're going to go ahead and put this aside because we're going to show you how to take this apart. This thing doesn't come apart and it's not totally apparent how to do it. We're going to change this shot to the side here. So to do this, what happens is this whole top piece rotates. So I like to take my thumb, put it right here, and just twist it. You see how that twists right off? That twists off and then comes off. This is the top piece, the clear housing. I like juicers with clear housing. It kind of allows you to see what's going on, and that's kind of neat. The next part is this part. If you try to I can't get the screen out, it's stuck. That's because this screen's not supposed to come out until you take off the bowl here. So how you take the bowl is the same thing. Take your thumb, put it on this piece here. I take my other middle finger here and push it here. So I'm like pushing and pulling at the same time, pushing and pulling this, and what will happen is you see how that rotates off just like that. There's a safety switch in here, so if the machine is not properly assembled, it won't allow the machine to turn on. So you've got to basically push that past the safety switch. It just twists and continue to twist this off, and the whole thing will come off in one fall swoop. So you'll have your motor body right here, and you'll have the top of the juicer. So now, once that happens, you could literally turn this over, and the juicing blade and basket assembly will fall out in one hand, and the juicing bowl will be in the other. To assemble, it's very easy. You're going to basically reverse the steps. You're going to take this side that has this little this is the safety latch mechanism. You're going to take that side and line it up with the side of the juicer that has that same protrusion on it. There's little tabs on here. There's 3 tabs. You're going to line those up with these tab acceptors on the top of the machine and put that right in. So this is gonna be at this angle, that little tab, and this is that angle, that tab on the bottom is at this angle. You're gonna take it, twist it. It's gonna lock into place. The next step you're gonna do is you're gonna take your blade and basket assembly that's gonna go in there. Now you can see that's a little bit high. You're gonna take your hands very carefully and push it down. It's gonna seat nice and deep into the machine. Once you do that, that's ready to go to the next step. I mean, this is one of the easiest machines to assemble. I've assembled and disassembled this machine so many times in the past when I was making juice every single day of my life to start losing weight and getting healthier. The next piece that you're going to take is this guy, the clear top. Once again, this little protrusion here kind of goes a little bit of an angle, so this whole line comes this way, and this is like about that angle like that. Then you're just going to twist it up. You're going to hear a little snap. That's the safety lever engaging so that you can now turn the machine on. Don't forget, always put your collection bin underneath, and more importantly than your collection bin for the pulp, you need to make sure you're going to catch a juice. There's been a few times where I have started juicing without a collection cup, and guess what? It's not fun to be cleaning juice up off your counter. In any case, next, let's get into juicing. What we're going to juice today are some cucumbers. We have some pickling cucumbers. These were locally grown here. We also have a nice large tomato. Tomatoes can be nice and juicy and add a nice flavor to your juice, akin to a V8, but keep in mind the V8 juice has been heated and heat processed, so it's more like a tomato sauce consistency, whereas fresh tomato juice is so like light and a little bit airy even. Besides the tomato, we also have some baby celery. So this is small celery stalks, and you can see that's like a little stalk right there. This is locally grown also, and this is actually going to be good stuff. Now in general, the centrifugal ejection style juicers juice hard, firm vegetables the best. So what do I mean by that? Things like carrots and beets and celery. Things like nice firm cucumbers will juice really well. Things like nice hard tomatoes. Now if you have ripe fruit like really soft tomatoes or soft cucumbers or like wilty greens, it's not really going to work in the Juiceman 2 or most other juicers. Now you can see I didn't say this machine juices leafy greens that well. Now while the centrifugal ejection style machines will juice leafy greens, there are other juicers that will yield more or more juice from the same given amount of leafy greens. So be sure to check my other videos on YouTube for juicers that do just that. The video you might want to consider watching is, should I buy the Breville as my first juicer? So do a YouTube search for Breville first juicer, which I'll put up in a little box right there, and click on that, and that'll basically give you the run through and the basics on what first juicer may be best for you. How these centrifugal ejection machines work really fast is you put the produce into the chute here, and there's a little disc that has little teeth on it, and it's spinning around approximately 6,300 RPM, and as you put it in, it literally grates up the produce, and as it grates it up, juice is expelled and the grates are expelled. So guess what? The juice comes out the front and the grates go into the hopper in the back, and the juice is what we want to drink. Anyways, without further ado, let me demonstrate how to use this Juiceman 2. First, we're going to go over to this green button here. It's very simple, very easy to use. Just press that in. It'll start right up, nice and smooth running. We're going to then take our knife and cut our cucumbers down so that they can fit inside the juicer. So generally all you have to do is cut the cucumbers in half. You can then take it and always use your pusher. Push it right through there. This machine works really well on the cucumbers, as you can see. Next we're going to go ahead and take some of the celery. And now on leafy things that are kind of like this, I like to fold them over a couple times and bunch them up. They're going to juice a little bit better. And it's very important when feeding things in the centrifugal ejection machine to feed them in and then take the plunger. Don't just jam the plunger down because that's going to juice it really fast and you're going to get yet less yield. You want to go at a nice slow and steady pace. And there you can see we got some dark green celery juice. Oh man, and I can smell that too. Celery is very high in minerals, so that's why I like to eat the celery. And next, let's go ahead and put in another cucumber here. Once again, these are pickling cucumbers. I like to juice the most of the English cucumbers. The English cucumbers don't have that bitter skin. Now when you do juice the skin on cucumbers, it might make your juice a little bit bitter. Next we're going to go ahead and juice part of this huge tomato here. I'm going to take that nice large chunk of tomato and put that in there. Look at that, we got some nice red tomato juice coming out. Just a little bit of tomato made a lot of tomato juice. Let's go ahead and continue on and put some more cucumbers. Now I like to use cucumbers as the base of my juice in many instances. They have a nice mild flavor and neutral flavor and adds like a lot of healthy liquids or healthy water to your juices. And we added some tomato and some celery also for the flavor. Well, I think we're almost about done. That's about the last little cucumber we're going to put in, and it looks like our glass is full. So So just a few pieces of produce made a nice, tall, delicious, healthy glass of juice in the Juiceman 2 juicer. Now that we're done, all we have to do is hit the green button once again on this side. The juicer is going to slowly come to a halt, and you're going to want to let it slow down and completely stop before going any further. Once it does stop, what I like to do is I like to pick up the machine and just tip it up a little bit, and you're going to get a couple more drips out of the machine. Next, I would normally drink the juice, which maybe I'll try right now. That's good, I love it. So to disassemble this machine, once again, we're going to do the opposite. Take the plunger out, you can set that down. Take our thumb here, we're going to push on this while holding on the white part. Spin that off, you can see some of the residual pulp collected in the top. What I like to do is just take my hand and go around and just spin it around and just drop that into the pulp catch bin, so this won't actually run down your sink. Your sink's actually not good for putting all this pulp in. This pulp's actually excellent for making worm castings or feeding your worms, or actually a compost bin. The next piece, what we're going to do is we're going to take this bowl off. So once again, to take the bowl off, we're going to hold the bottom piece here and here and just press it, and it's going to spin it around, and we're just going to continue to push it until it kind of pops up, and then we're going to wiggle it, and as you can see, it just comes up. So this basket assembly will come off, and the easiest way to clean these basket assemblies is with a nylon bristle brush, just like this one. So you basically wash it under the sink and just brush the brush to get all the pulp out of all the holes. Now that's the most important thing to remember when cleaning a juicer. You want to get all the pulp out of the holes. If you have residual pulp built up in the holes, it may reduce your yield over time. The last part to clean on the Juiceman 2 juicer is the juicing bowl right here. I think there's a little bit more juice. Nope, there isn't. And you can see that's fairly clean. Now there is some juice pulp around the top. That's completely normal. We're just going to go ahead and scoop that into the pulp catch bin. I mean, and that's how easy it is to use the Juiceman 2 juicer. Make a juice, use it. I showed you disassembly, reassembly. Dry this off and put it in your drain rack. I don't recommend dishwashing them. And then build it and set up the machine for next juicing. And I would encourage you to juice every single day so that you can include more healthful and health-building fresh fruits and fresh vegetables in your diet. If you are looking for a juicer, once again, the Juiceman is out of production and there's no longer parts for it. If you need a replacement, please visit us at discountjuicers.com. So once again, my name is John Kohler with discountjuicers.com. Be sure to visit discountjuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.